Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty, and today we're taking a look at lot 265 in Ashton Woods, 20-acre lot, and this has got to be one of the most interesting lots. Been doing this a long time. I'd hate to say how many of these 20-acre lots I've sold, and I think in total I've sold probably close to 500,000 acres here around the state in this part of West Virginia. But this is a really, really interesting lot, and I don't know that I've seen anything quite like this anywhere in my travels. I've sold tons of lots in Ashton Woods, and as a matter of fact, I've sold several lots here on the top. We're elevated about 3,000 foot here on top of South Branch Mountain. But this lot in particular has like this huge, there are different ledges in Ashton Woods that run out across this top, you know, but this, it's just like this ledge has kind of fallen off over time in here, and you could see this really plain when you look at the aerial photo of this lot. Just look at all the rocks that are, you know, just loose. And then you have these big rocks, and you know, I'm standing on one right now. And then here behind, I mean, it goes all the way out through there. I mean, that ledge just kind of runs all the way across through here like this. The ledge is kind of running, you know, north and south somewhat. And, you know, but your building site's going to be right up here, you know, like above the ledge, you know, and you'll clear some trees out, but the building site will be right up there. But this is so cool. I mean, I've never seen anything quite like this, with just so many rocks and big pieces. And then when you get below here, I mean, all these lots from the top slope from the top, you know, down to the next road below here, which is Nathaniel Mountain Road. But this lot actually benches down off of here, you know, and planes out again before it kind of steepens out again, in other words, before it starts trickling down quicker. But you can see there's a little cabin there on the lot next door, which the property line is just on this side of that cabin a little bit. So basically this whole big rock break, exposed rock break that you see through here belongs to this lot. But look at the view you got. I mean, just crystal clear, you know, incredible view. I'll zoom in here. Just look at that. And you're looking, this is going to be due west right through here. And that's Moorefield. Moorefield's right over there. And then this is north this way. So you're kind of looking west, northwest. And you could see the 4-lane highway, which is quarter H. That tree's blocking it a little bit there, but if I zoom in there, you can see the highway going up through there, headed towards Mount Storm, going west. But, I mean, you're just on top of the world up here. You got all this cool mountain laurel up here, and it's like a different world on top in Ashton Woods. You know, today is October 24th, and the leaves are pretty much in peak season here in the area. But up here on the top, there's a lot of stuff that's already lost its leaves. I mean, it's cooler up here. Like today, you know, I should have my coat on right now. I mean, it was pretty warm, but when you get up here, I mean, there's a noticeable difference in temperature. You know, probably it's typically going to run 5 to 7 degrees cooler up here on top of the mountain at this elevation. But you're just kind of looking down on the South Branch River Valley. I mean, the South Branch Potomac River is running just over the other side of this first hill here. You can see the farms, you know, towards Moorefield. You know, when these leaves go off, you're going to be looking at a lot of greenery that direction. But just tremendous views, and this really, you got to figure out a way, if you build a cabin up here, to incorporate some of this rock into your fireplace or your foundation or something, because I mean, there's just tons and tons, literal tons of it here. So but this lot has some other features about it too. There's already a well drilled on this lot, and I don't want to try to walk through here and fall off this and while I'm trying to video, so I'll go back out to the front here and kind of pick the video up. But your building site literally is just going to be right up there. This lot's been perked. It has power, you know, and, you know, you're, you know, digging out your foundation and stuff like that really shouldn't be affected by this ledge in here. You'll kind of be backed off of that a little bit. And really, you know, your front deck or whatever should kind of be almost, you know, out to the edge of this rock outcropping, so you can look at this. That would be the way to do this when you build here, so you can kind of have a view of these rocks, you know, at all times, because it is really, really, really interesting. It's a real big one I'm standing on right here at the moment, but let me zoom in on this view one more time. Look at that. This is beautiful. Keenan Shanholtz here again, West Virginia Land and Home Realty on lot 265 in Ashton Woods. What I wanted to point out here was, you know, I took the first video clip down there over the rock ledge, which is right that way. But I wanted to kind of show, like, how, you know, when you're back here off of that ledge, I mean, it's not, you know, bad or anything like that. But, you know, your building site is probably going to be in here where you see this mountain laurel and the view, you know, like I said, I was just standing down over there. You know, or, you know, you could be over this way a little bit, you know, and kind of situated in here. I mean, you got a few little options here on how you can situate your home. But you're going to be, the building site here is going to be pretty close to South Branch Mountain Road. But, you know, that really doesn't matter from a privacy perspective up here, because there's literally, I mean, no traffic up here. You know, this road is like the road to nowhere. I mean, you could circle, you could go out a little bit beyond this lot and circle all the way back down along the road underneath. But anybody that does that's just kind of taking a ride. I mean, because it's really, you know, there might be a few lots beyond this that that this road actually services. But I just want to get up out of here and show you kind of where we're at. But these folks have a little driveway kind of, you know, to get down on the lot. And as you can see, the electric's right here. And here where my truck's parked, is where their little road is. Now, where I'm at, let me grab my folder out of here. So, okay. Let me drop the gate here real quick. So, this is lot 265 right here. And like where I'm located at right now, like the little entryway is all the way on the right hand, the front right hand corner of the lot. And you can even see, you see some ribbons blowing there in the breeze right there on that tree. That's going to be your front corner. And this is obviously the big rock ledge in here, which you can see on the aerial. And the lot slopes from South Branch Mountain Road all the way down to Nathaniel Mountain Road, like that. But, you know, the lot's skinny. You know, you're not buying these lots up here for a bunch of usable ground or anything like that. You're buying them for the fact that you're elevated up here at 3,000 feet. It's really private up here, and you got a killer view. Now, what I will point out is, and you'll see this when I do the drone shots and all that, but going back this way, maybe a quarter of a mile, on the right-hand side of South Branch Mountain Road is Nathaniel Mountain Wildlife Management Area, which is 10,000 acres of public hunting and hiking. And there's about 500 acres on top of the mountain up here that's relatively flat and really easy to hike and hunt on. So you walk down the road here a quarter mile, you're on 10,000 acres of public land that is, not very accessible to the general public. You know, about the only people you're probably going to see in there are Ashton Woods people, but that's literally a quarter mile this way on your right is Nathaniel Mountain Wildlife Management Area. So if you want to hike and do all that stuff and hunt, this lot here is pretty rough for it, but you just take a quarter mile hike down the road and have at it. And you got 10,000 acres at your disposal there. But let me walk you down in here. I mean, they obviously drove the well rig down in here to drill this well. But, I mean, there's just a place to pull in here. You got a neighbor over here to this side, if you can see through there. So you do actually know where your neighbors are going to be out on either side of this lot. But, so there's the well. This well does not, I mean, they just drilled this. I mean, it's not that old, and I'll get the specs on this well, but I don't think it's very deep, maybe 300 feet, something like that. But you would have to put a pump system in this well. Like what you see there, I think it costs the owners $9,000 or $10,000 for the drilling. The pump system's probably another $2,500, $3,000, something like that for the pump system in the well. And you'll just pull from the electric pole, which is right there. You know, like if you just wanted this place ready for a camper, you know, you would put up an electric panel here and put the breaker for the well pump and stuff on there, bury the pressure tank and stuff there in the ground. But essentially with this lot, I mean, there's no debate about it. I mean, you're $10,000 ahead of the game with that well being there. So that's done. I mean, that's a hard cost that you can account for. But up here, you know, you're looking at 10 grand for a 3-bedroom septic. The electric is super close right here, so you're not pulling the electric any distance at all. You could probably have a service panel, like in a camper hookup here for, I'm gonna say about $3,000. We'll just call it $2,500, $3,000 to put in your pump system and trench that and your pressure tank and everything. So for about $6 grand, you know, you could have a camper plug in, and, you know, have a water hydrant and stuff like that. And for another 10 on top of that, you could have a septic. So for about 16 grand, you could be fully functional here for a camper and everything with water and sewer and electric. You know, so infrastructure costs here, not bad at all. I mean, whatever you do for a driveway here, you know, wherever you build at, it's going to be pretty simple and pretty short. So, you know, this one is, you know, a good bit lower infrastructure wise than what most lots would be. Yeah, this is a really cool lot. I mean, it's beautiful up here. It's like its own isolated world up here on top of the mountain at 3,000 feet. And so if you're looking just for peace and quiet, you like it cooler in the summer, you know, you like being at a high elevation. At 3,000 foot's about as high as you can get around here in this part of West Virginia. You're just kind of up here on top of the world. You got a killer view. You're close to the, you know, a quarter mile away from 10,000 acres of land to hunt and hike on. This one's tough to beat. Come check it out.